Coming to us from his home in Kinston, North Carolina, is a man named Mychal. You see, Mychal is here to find out if this adorable 2-year-old boy, Mychal Jr., is his biological son. Now, Mychal has good reason to suspect that he might not be his father. You see, Mychal Jr.'s mom, Shantae, appeared on our show 3 years ago in a similar paternity situation with another child and a different man. And sadly, that man was proven not to be the father. So for that and other reasons, Mychal wants DNA proof that Mychal Jr. is his child. So take a look at Shantae's last appearance.
Daquan told Brian that he's seen me with 3 different guys. I work 2 jobs, and I got 3 other kids to worry about. How am I sleeping with other guys?
I'm not gonna play my bro. I was there.
So you're positive that...
I'm 100% positive that is his baby.
You knew Daquan before you knew.
Yes, and he's a good person, and I trust him. He's a good man.
He's a good man.
He's a good man. You're a liar.
What did he tell you?
He told me that she was sneaking 3 other guys in the house.
How am I sneaking 3 other guys?
You're a whore. You know that.
How?
Everybody knows.
You slept with at least 3 other men around the time you got pregnant. It's time to be honest with yourself and with Brian. I was at your house. I used to live with you. You're not gonna play my bro.
You're not.
At the end of the day, I can't see my sister doing some stuff like that. She wasn't
But
raised
at
like
the end of the
that.
day, you're my blood brother.
When it comes to 7-month-old Shannon, Brian, you are not... So Shantae is going to join us a little later from her home in Kinston, North Carolina. But first, Mychal, nice to have you on the show. How much do you want to be that little boy's father?
I don't just want to be his father. I am his father. So I'm just here to find out the results so that way I can be positive.
You get very emotional about this, don't you?
Yes, sir. I cry about it. I talk to Shantae about it all the time, ask her why it happened. But, you know, being rational and understanding how I came up without a father. And I got so attached to this child during the pregnancy, and especially when he was born. I couldn't see myself tearing myself away from this child.
First of all, everybody should know that you and Shantae, I mean, you all got together real quick. You looked at her and you just saw love immediately.
Maury, the way you're saying it is like an understatement. I was standing outside, I was minding my business. I saw her walking down the street, and instantly I knew that she would be the one for me. I knew that I would like to spend the rest of my life with her because my heart, my soul, my body told me that she was the woman that I needed to know. And honestly, I still feel the same way even after what happened and the truth that was told to me.
What happened was, you all were together, but she was still seeing a fella before you came into the picture, and that's the problem. But the real problem, I understand, was that she waited until she was 8 months pregnant to tell you that there was a possibility there could be another guy.
Basically, I got so attached to her during this pregnancy. I was there for every doctor's appointment. I never missed the time when she needed help to walk to the bathroom. Even if she needed her feet rubbed, her body rubbed, she wanted me to wash her in the shower or the bath. I took that upon myself to do because I loved her that much and I loved the child that she was carrying.
So you knew all along during the pregnancy until 8 months that you were going to be a father. Then she tells you about the possibility. What was your reaction?
I cried, I was upset, I was angry, but as a man, I realized that mistakes happen in life. I can't hold on to things from the beginning of our relationship. Like I said, we jumped straight into a relationship. We didn't build anything. We didn't talk about anything. I didn't know too much about her past.
So when I hear about you, I heard when he was born, when Mychal Jr. was born, it was the happiest day of your life.
Huh. Yeah, Maury, man, I was suited up. I was putting on the scrubs, you know, the scrubs that they give you to put on for the birth. Yeah. So I was putting them on, I was singing songs, I was just ready to go. And I was putting it on about 2 hours before he was even ready to be born. He was still dilating, and I was putting this outfit on like, yeah, I'm gonna be in there, I'm gonna cut the umbilical cord, right. I'm gonna hold my son for the first time, I'm gonna sing to him and let him know, Daddy here, I'll never leave you.
I understand that you and that 2-year-old are inseparable.
Yes, me and Mychal Jr. we do everything together. When I wake up in the morning out of my room and I walk out to go use the bathroom and do my morning hygiene, he's woke, he's calling my name, and dad is his favorite word. He can be talking about anything and it includes me, and that just melts my heart and it makes me feel like, what else is better than having a child that loves you so much and appreciates everything that you do for them?
It's interesting about the bond between a father and a child. It makes you feel worthwhile.
It makes you feel like everything in the world is possible, especially with myself coming up without a father and not knowing the love, the touch, and understanding the responsibility of being a man to a child. It made me understand that I have to be there for him. I have to show him a strong father figure. I have to be everything that my father wasn't to me and more.
You think Mychal Jr. looks like you?
Maury, man, look, right? Every day I compare something new on his body to mine. His hands look just like mine, from the way his nails grow to the shape of his thumb, and his ring finger are just like mine. He stands like me. His legs are shaped and bow-legged just like mine. He has this unique patch of hair on his lower back like mine. He has a birthmark just like a scar that I have on my back in the same exact spot. He's funny like me. He's outgoing like me. He's everything that a father could ever want in a child.
What happens if I read the wrong result?
It's just an answer to me. It's just an answer. Regardless of if you say when it comes to 2-year-old Mychal Jr., you are the father, or when it comes to 2-year-old Mychal Jr., you are not the father. When we get off of this show, it's still going to be the same love for him, the same care, the same compassion. I'm still going to love Shantae regardless because I knew about this situation. It's going to hurt, of course. It's going to break my heart. I'm going to cry about it. But one thing for sure, two things for certain, I'm always going to be his father. That's always going to be my junior.
I want to give a virtual welcome to Shantae. Shantae, thanks so much for joining us.
You're welcome.
Now, I want to make one observation, Shantae. This is one heck of a guy you got.
He is. He really is. I'm thankful for him. I really am. He's amazing.
Now, you've been here before, you know, and unfortunately, we had the wrong result for you. I mean, you think this time will be different?
Yeah, I'm praying and I'm hoping that this time will be different because everybody makes mistakes. When I came on the show the last time, obviously I made a big mistake with that. So I'm hoping this time will be different so that we can move forward.
I actually feel like even if Mychal Jr. is not my child, it makes me more of a man than a father that is the father's child to take him and treat him as if he came from my own blood.
Well, guess
so like
what?
I said, the DNA test doesn't change the results of him being my son.
Mychal, no matter what, you're a great example of a man and how a man has to respond to fatherhood. So we're going to get the result right now. Okay. In the case of 2-year-old Mychal Jr., Mychal, you are not the father.
That's okay. I'm still his father. DNA just says that he's not my blood. Our bond, everything that we've built together, that's what tells me I'm his father. His love, his appreciation for me, that's what tells me I'm his father.
Mychal, I want to tell you, okay? I can relate to what you're going through right now, okay? Because I have a child in my life, and I'm not the birth father. And I'm telling you right now, you are going to be a great father to this child. And there's a chance you're even going to be closer to this child because of this. Because you and he are going to grow up together. He has your name. Shantae, you okay with this?
Yeah, I have to be. I mean, that's not what I wanted, but it's something that we got to deal with.
You got a good man here. You got a very good man. And I just would suggest to you, don't let this connection between the two of you die. I know you're upset, Mychal. I know you're upset. You're going to be a great dad. You're going to be a terrific dad. You've already demonstrated that for 2 years.
I don't have to be sorry. It's nothing to apologize. He's still mothers. You knew this was a possibility. It don't matter. You heard what I said. DNA doesn't never matter.
You are not the father.